The Ignatian Volunteer Corps is a nationwide organization that was founded 25 years ago by two Jesuit priests in Baltimore, Maryland. And since that time, IVC has grown throughout the country, and there are now 19 regions, with Albany being one of the newer regions that was recently formed. The mission of IVC is to connect people who are 50 or better, who have a desire to serve, and to connect them with organizations that serve those in great need in their community. In the Albany area, there are volunteers who are serving in food pantries, that are helping homeless families, that are providing IT services to organizations, that are working with immigrants, that are providing mentoring services, that are working with prison ministry.
At the food pantry, we serve immigrants, refugees, and neighbors in the St. Vincent de Paul parish. And people come to the food pantry. It's open 3 days a week. I was invited to participate there, sometimes as a shopper so that I could get to know our guests better and they could get to know me, and also to provide programming that might be helpful. With my background in health, public health, and my understanding of the social determinants of health, it seemed like a nice fit for me to work and use my skills from my work life in my placement.
I value the ability to see mentors better engage with people in need, new immigrants to this country who are simply finding their way. I find that very exciting and very rewarding.
At St. Mary's Health Systems in Amsterdam, New York, whereby I am scheduled to see people in the nursing home. I've been able to make nice relationships with several of them. And that relationship has given me a very wonderful sense of gratitude, a sense of joy.
The spirituality component of IVC is what really distinguishes it from other organizations. In addition, for Service Corps members to have the opportunity to provide service, they also have the opportunity to gather together and to reflect on what their service means to them.
There are people that I might not have met otherwise who may be very different from me, but who have a common bond in that we are both seeking a greater spiritual depth through working in our community.
The reflection and prayer piece of IVC is very, very important because it continually reinforces connecting with our roots. And by roots, what I mean is our spiritual roots.
Ignatian volunteers bring great wisdom, they bring stability, and they bring life experiences that can be very helpful in helping an organization fulfill its mission.
An Ignatian volunteer who is specifically trained in these self-care mindfulness areas, we are able to create a comprehensive program, finally, to support our staff. I would recommend IVC to others because it will bring a mature, professional, very committed to service person or persons into the organization who understand how to integrate well, how to communicate for themselves, communicate with others. Seems to be a very beautiful balance of spirituality and professionalism.
It's not simply a volunteer experience. It's so much more than that. It's a volunteer experience, but it's also an opportunity to deepen your spiritual life and to work with a community of like-minded people who are also on that same path.
It's a very rewarding experience. You get to work with very passionate people. You get to work with very spirit-driven people. Being part of that is very exciting.
When people ask me, what am I doing in retirement? And I share with them the IVC experience, I can't tell you how many people say, oh, that's very interesting. And I say, well, you too can get involved. And they kindly back off because they're concerned about making a commitment. But I encourage them to think about it, pray about it, and get back to me, and I can give them a resource to get in contact with someone.
I think it's a banquet that people are missing out on if they don't join.